China surpassed the United States in shipbuilding through a slow, deliberate, and strategic process, not through a sudden takeover. The shift happened as China treated shipbuilding as a national priority, while the U.S. gradually stepped away from large-scale commercial ship construction. First, China made shipbuilding a state-backed industry. The Chinese government decided that ships were critical for trade, jobs, and national security. It provided massive support in the form of subsidies, cheap loans from state-owned banks, tax benefits, and guaranteed orders. This meant Chinese shipyards could keep operating and expanding, even when global demand was weak, something private U.S. shipyards could not easily afford. Next, China focused on scale and efficiency. It built enormous shipyard complexes capable of producing many ships at the same time. By clustering steel suppliers, engine makers, ports, and logistics near shipyards, China reduced costs and construction time. This industrial ecosystem allowed China to build ships faster and cheaper than competitors. Lower production costs played a major role. Wages were lower, land was cheaper, and materials like steel were domestically available at scale. As a result, Chinese-built ships were far less expensive than U.S.-built ships. Since global shipping companies care mainly about cost, they increasingly placed orders in China instead of the United States. While China was investing, the U.S. shifted its focus away from commercial shipbuilding. After World War II, the U.S. economy moved towards services, finance, and technology. American shipyards concentrated mostly on military vessels, which are advanced but built in small numbers and at very high cost. Over time, the U.S. lost the mass production skills needed for commercial ships, like container vessels and tankers. China also used a strategy of learning and upgrading. At first, Chinese yards built simple ships using foreign designs and partnerships. With experience, they improved quality and technology, eventually moving into complex ships such as LNG carriers and mega container ships. Each generation of ships helped China climb higher in capability. Finally, China took a long-term view. It was willing to accept lower profits or even losses in the short run to dominate the industry in the long run. Shipbuilding supported China's export economy, global trade influence, and naval ambitions, making it worth sustained investment. In simple terms, China surpassed the U.S. shipbuilding industry because it chose to build, invested heavily, reduced costs through scale, and stayed committed for decades, while the U.S. chose to specialize elsewhere. The result was a steady shift of global shipbuilding power from America to China.